Welcome back to 6 Degrees of Jim. This is part 2 of the 55 Nomad wagon. But it's not a 55 Nomad wagon, remember? 56. So if you've seen part 1, it's linked down on my page. I can't just do that fancy like that. So anyways, it's part 1. This is going to be part 2. We got a lot of questions about the wagon. People want to see the whole wagon. I cut it off, kind of just stick with Nomad differences, 55, 56, but so this is going to be about the 56 Handyman 150 wagon with the stainless steel and or chrome trim. People call it different things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the very front. We're going to kind of work our way back. And at the very end, if you stick around to the very end, there'll be something for you real car guys, if you can tell the difference. It's going to be on the back of the car. We'll see if you're a real car guy, if you can really pick that out. So at the very end of the video, see if you can pick it up. And I want you to comment what it is. So what the difference is. So hopefully we'll see how it works. And then, do like, subscribe, all that other BS. So anyways, here we go. 56 wagon. It's a Handyman. It's a 150 model. The Handyman has the taller roof line like we talked before. The 150 model has the very, as I've been corrected a few times, stainless trim. It has very little. Chrome is what most people refer to it as, but it has very little. It's a very plain Jane car. So originally this car came with a 235 6-cylinder. And let's see what we have. Some of them come with 265 V8, small block. 55, 56 were 265s, first years of the small block Chevy, the infamous small block Chevy. But this car was originally with a 235. I didn't get it with a 235. I got it with a 283 and a broken transmission. So I've since put a couple motors in it, but currently let's take a look at. So here we go, 1969 Chevy 350, bored 30 over. It has TRW steel forged pistons in it, comp 268 cam with some roller tip rockers, 4-bolt main steel crank, very well done, runs solid, some pocket ported heads. We've got the air gap intake, we've got the AVS 2s, two 500 CFMs. I have an AFR gauge in there so I can balance the fuel ratio. Of course, these fancy hose clips again, I have another video on those. These hose clamps, these are awesome. So really like these. You don't cut yourself with them stupid other kind of clamps. The airbag system's over there. I just got these marine clips, so you can just put it on there. I tucked all the plug wires underneath, the aluminum water pump, the single aluminum pulleys, electric fan, aluminum radiator, excuse me. The mini alternator, chrome mini alternator is really cool. Of course, power disc brakes, and I have slotted rotors on the slotted and drilled rotors with the tubular A-arms in there. They work really, really well. The car rides and drives really good. This thing runs excellent. Excellent, excellent. Let me focus you right here on this overflow. You only have to get a little drunk to get the overflow. It's a 40-ounce Corona bottle. Easy, drink the beer, put an aluminum tube in there, bada bing, bada boom. Again, fuel regulator, pressure regulator on here. Really nice and easy. Fuel filter. This thing runs and drives excellent. Excellent. We've had long trips with it, made a lot of stuff. Let me point you around to the front real quick before we move around to the other side of the car. That's a 1955 Chevy bumper, but it's been flipped upside down. We were mocking it up. We kind of liked the way it looked, and it sure turned out good. So that's under the hood. So as we move around, again, original paint. Car's totally never been painted. It's original. It's shined up. It's real smooth, because I've put a buffing wheel on it, and we color sanded it and then buffed it up and brought all the nice stuff on it. Like I said, it's super shiny and smooth. The other thing, a lot of people did notice this on the comments on the first video. So if you're catching this on the second round, go to the first video. It shows those are the wrong hubcaps. Those are 1955 hubcaps. They're white. I liked them because they're kind of patinaed. They work good. I love the white with the wide white walls on it, with those Coker white walls, which are very nice tires. This car rides and drives amazing. It's a really nice, smooth running, great driving car. Take it virtually anywhere. We've been doing it for 10 years, been driving this car around. So as you work your way down the side of it, it has something that's another unique thing is called Ron Swanson. I know more than you. Handyman Wagon repair service. So it's a handyman service, but it's a try 5 the old phone numbers with a 5150 you're crazy, or a try 5 150. Kind of a play on it all, kind of a play on words. My youngest son and I were doing something, and I said something about to him, I know more than you. And he goes, oh, what do you like, Ron Swanson? And of course, then we had to look at the TV show and where it kind of come from. It just kind of fit when we did this thing. This is only about 4 years old. Most people think it's like in the 60s. It's just, he did a great job. That would be Tomcat. Tomcat is a unbelievable pinstriper and artist. I kind of told him what I wanted, and this is what we got. He just knocked it out. Did really well with it. So as we work down the car here, these racks. You can get these racks, sweet patina sauce. The gentleman there has these racks. They're a little bit different than mine, but they look almost identical to ones he has. He has them. Go to his site and buy them. They're cool. You aren't going to get anything better. He got little hooks on top of his. Like I said, his are a little better than this, but again, these are the old style. I got them off eBay years and years ago. I had bamboo on the top. Didn't like the bamboo, so I did the copper. Kind of fit the car a little bit more. It is kind of funny. The front of the copper's all, you know, patina. The back of the copper is still not. Kind of interesting. Something a little different. So as we kind of move around the car, again, we got some more door art. Have the door art on the back here. Tailgate art. Kind of gives you the little sense of it. I don't know if you can see it over here at the camera, the way the 55 is so close, because we kind of park them for the room of the shop. But there's a daisy on the side of this thing. And I don't know if you can get over on the camera on that. But at some point, somebody had a sticker on it. And it showed through on the paint now. It's just kind of a cool little setup on there. So we have a turbo 400 transmission in this thing. I have a 9.6 2400 stall speed in this with the 337 gears, whatever the stock rear end is. I also have a set of 370s, but I like the taller gears for what we do with this thing. It works really well. That Boss Hog converter, again, go to Boss Hog and get a converter. Nelson there has built probably 5 or 6 converters for me, and they are amazing. They work good. They last a long time. I've never had a problem with them. So that's Boss Hog torque converters. Check those out. So come on over here. Let's take a look inside. So now we're on the inside. I got the old Sun tack in here. Got a couple Summit gauges. I got the switches for the air ride. One of my favorite things, and I'm going to show you how this thing works. This is going to be a special treat for you. This is a kill def shifter. Counting cars, that guy out of Las Vegas, Danny, I think his name is, he's got a little TV show, and you know, we all watch it. We all car guys watch all those shows. And so he was building the car, and of course they had one of these shifters on there. It was kind of like this. So I called the gentleman up out of Southern California and said, hey, I'm building this wagon. I just got an old shifter in there. I want something cool. He turned me on, I think they called it the Daddy Long Leg. And it had black knobs, which I have over in the cupboard, you know, over there. And I run the black knobs on it forever, but I built a set of pool balls from my good buddy Donnie. Donnie O, he's a big antique guy, and he hooked me up with these 9 balls. Number 9, yellow, matched the car. So that's kind of how we went with it. So I called him up and said, here's what I want, but I want them a little bit longer, the shifter handles, because I want to be able to sit here and then just, you know, grab the handle. So what you do is this first handle, it goes reverse, neutral, third, second, and if you go to first, those slap forward. And then so you're in low gear first, second, third. That's it. You want to go back down? There you go. We're back in low, second, third. Or if you just want to drive around like normal, you can drive around like normal. You can put it in drive, off you go. It also has a little hole down here, a little latch. You can lock it. So you put a big lock on there, right on this little edge here. Can you get a shot of it there? There you go. So put a lock on there, and there it is. It's all locked into gear. So again, show it a little closer here. So it goes reverse. That's simple. We're in neutral. we're in drive. You can drive around, do whatever you want. You shift down, you can shift up, you can do whatever you want. But if you want to get hot rodding, I'm in low. Should I make engine noises? Whoop, whoop, whoop. There you go. There's my engine noises. And then back to park. Just super, super simple. This car is a neat car. It's very plain. So the 150s usually don't have a radio. A little different that has a radio. It has the basic knobs for the heater and fan and all that. It has a radio. It has a speaker over here in the little Chevrolet. But again, it doesn't have any of the trim on the dash. A lot of them have little bow ties and little check marks in 56, I believe. And, you know, they fancy them up. This one just has a plain headliner in it. It doesn't have the bows like the Nomad. The other thing that's pretty cool, let me show you here. We used to, as kids, call them smoker windows. So what you could do is you roll it out and you go like this, you go, and you puff it out there. So that's pretty cool. They also bring in a lot of wind and a lot of things. And you have a little lock on these things. You know, that's your bloop, 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 bloop. That's your alarm system. And of course, they have the ashtrays, you know, if you want to smoke. And then it has a cigarette lighter. Of course, I got the little plug-in for the phone. You never know when you need to plug your phone in. So anyways, that's the basics of the inside of the car. Okay, so we're back on the outside here. We're going to finish up this real fast. Again, the 150 has this long spear, and this is all 56. Not 55, not 57. Call them Tri-5 Chevys because they're a lot alike, but they are really a lot different. So it has a single spear. It doesn't have any of the chrome all over the place. Remember, the wagon has a higher roof line. This is also just a two-door, remember, not a four-door. 210s, they have a more of a sweep down. The other notice, you can notice real quick, 55, 56, this has like a teardrop type cut out of a fender. The Nomad 55 has the big arched well, and the wagons and all the other cars have a little spot, just like this 55 over here. See how this 55 has a real little short? That's a 210 55 two-door post, but that's for another video. Okay, so we're around the back here. The bullet tail lights. Oh, I didn't show this. That's where you put your gas. So gas goes there. So kind of trick. A lot of people don't know. Go to like in Oregon, they have to fill your own tank. They go around, they look, they're like, I don't know how to fill it. There's something different about this. Okay? There's something a little different. Okay, this pops up, regular window. But there is something different. If you know, put it down in the comments. This is your little test. Are you a real car guy? What is different about this part of the wagon? It's somewhere in here. Okay? Thanks for watching. Again, this was number 2 of the 2-part series. Like I said, I had a lot of comments, and I really appreciate all the comments. The comments were freaking awesome last time. I even learned a lot from the comments, a lot of questions. A lot of people put down what they drive, everything about the Tri-5 Chevys, the wagons. It was really, really, really good. So if you're, into that kind of stuff, go look at those other comments. So they were awesome. And again, I appreciate you guys for doing that. Really helped my channel. It really helped that video. It was, I think there's 200 something comments between the back and forth. So it's really, really neat. Again, have a great day.